This is a three-part thing. So three-part thing, the mindset. So you really got to internalize this. Your code will have bugs. It always is going to have bugs. Always. No matter how much you program, no matter how experienced you get. Second one is you will feel stupid. And this is part of, I think, becoming a more experienced programmer is being okay with feeling stupid. And this is it's like this really paradoxical thing. But this will happen all the time. And the third one, I think that's the most important thing to emphasize, is that it's okay. Like, nobody should be judging you for this. And if someone does, tell them to talk to me. I'll give them an epic smackdown or something. But nobody should be judging you based on, oh, your code has bugs, or you're trying to poke around stuff, because this is a natural part of the coding process. This happens all the time, and for better or for worse, no matter how experienced you get at coding, this will always happen. And the only way is, that 7 stages of grief thing, that you have to come to acceptance. You have to accept that this is the fact of life. And if you don't accept that, then you get into this denial of, I don't know how this is turning into psychology talk. You get into this denial of blaming others and blaming other people's code, and oh, this is somebody else's problem, this is not mine. Maybe the APIs for this Java thing, maybe the APIs or the other programs you're interacting with have behaviors that aren't documented well. Their user interfaces might not be good. They just aren't well designed. But you can't really change that. So you have to. The most you can do is understand what their weird interfaces are and go with it. So it's really hard, or CSS, what an idiotic way, white space, number string, blah, 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 right? All these things, all these sorts of exclamations are blaming external things for the bugs. And, you can argue whether CSS syntax is good or Python is good or whatever, but the fact is that is what it is, and you just have to accept it and figure out how to work with it. Blah, blah, blah. And there's some self-help stuff in Lydia's post. Okay, so that's mindset. So already with that mindset, debugging turns into not just an exercise in cursing your teammates or Bluehost. It becomes an exercise in trying to systematically find out what is wrong, right? And there's all sorts of techniques for doing this, and it's hard to illustrate in a concrete way. But I'm going to tell you about one very concrete method for debugging that I found to be really effective, and that actually it kind of prevents bugs from cropping up before they even arise. So it sounds magical, but it's actually really, really simple. So part 2 is what's called assertions.